Hey there, YouTube. I know it's been a while, but I have a valid excuse. I've been busy with school and my senior design project, but I just wanted to give you an impromptu, quick teardown of this clear internet Wi-Fi router that we had, and yeah, we went back to FiOS, thank God. But basically, this is a Wi-Fi router that uses a cellular network, and it's similar to, the 3G on your phone, for instance, in terms of speed and capability. But yeah. Anyway, this guy is, let's see, hopefully if this can focus. It is model number, let's see, WIXFBR-131. And yeah, now that we're not using this internet service anymore, we have no use for this router. So my parents donated it to me for fun. You can see my speakers in the background there. But anyway, yeah, I don't feel like dragging this to my desk or whatever. So basically, here's the router. And yeah, on the back you have your two LAN RJ, what are these? I forget. Basically, your Ethernet ports. Your DC in, which is 12 volts at 2 amps. There's a reset little pinhole, an external antenna switch, so internal or external antenna you can switch between. And here's the jack for the external antenna. And basically, just on the front, just smooth, fancy schmancy backlit white LEDs here, which you shall see when I pop this guy open, and nothing really, just venting. But that's it. This took me a little effort on how to get it open. Basically, there are little tabs inside. They're hard to see, and I've broken some of them, in fact. But basically, they're located somewhere around here. You just press down on it. And that, basically you have to do it on each side, but I've opened this up before a few times, so it's kind of a bit easier to open for me now. Okay, on the top, likewise, there are two tabs as well, somewhere, once I find them. So yeah, I've been having a nice winter break so far. Hope you all are having a nice one too. Oh God, why? I don't remember it being this annoying before. Yeah, you basically have to use a pocket knife, unfortunately, to get into this, or some sort of flat blade. But, there's a catch tab somewhere here. Yep, just found it. Oh, come on. This gives me too much trouble. I'll stop the video. So that... Yeah, you know what? I'll be right back after I get this out. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, they're located randomly here, and you can just barely poke them through that little hole with a pocket knife, but yep, does come off. Now these guys, once again, take the flat blade and get it just right in between the plastic, and carefully, there are clips all around. Just do one side at a time. And you can actually prise this bezel off like that, and you can see the little light pipe holes for the indicator icons and whatnot. Well, these are the light pipes, those were just the holes. And likewise, you can prise the back part off as well. Yeah, I'm never going to use this router again, so I really don't care if it gets a little messed up. Basically, there is a There we go. A little nut that attaches the antenna jack. You can just take a pair of pliers and this is by no means a instructional video or anything. It's just me being bored. And so all that remains between you and the innards, 2 screws, 1 in each corner. Sorry about the lighting. It's my room. It's pretty much a cave in here. Anywho. And I no longer have my desk lights. Those are still at school. The LED strip lighting that I made. Okay, basically now I start from the corner. And it takes a little bit of prying. And you're good to go. Watch out. There's an antenna cable here. And it has one of these neat little, what would you call these? The board-mounted antennas. Let's see if there are any Wi-Fi front dipole. It says right in here. But my camera really does not want to focus. I think I might have turned off my macro setting, unfortunately, and I don't think I can access it while I'm recording. Darn it. Anywho, good enough. I'll just manually focus it. Basically, you have your light pipe right in here. And that's pretty much it for the top case. Now here, more interestingly, you can see the PCB mounted antenna right in here, which is quite interesting. Let's see, WiMAX, AntSet, yada yada yada, some text. I see some screws. Yeah, I would have liked to have been making videos over the past month or so to continue to put on this channel, but I've just been swamped with school and whatnot. So I'm sorry if you're looking forward to it. So many antennas. Okay. So the front one, this guy was probably one of the antennas for the Wi-Fi itself. Here's another one. It's the exact same thing, one on each side. And let's unplug all these guys. These guys are the antennas that go to the cell tower. So these are for the actual 3G connection. The other ones are actually these are just a 2.4 gigahertz for the Wi-Fi itself. And let's see. Come on. There. No one cares about you. Go away. That's interesting. It's just... Anywho, you'll see some unused, unpopulated pads here for what appeared to be inductors. What is that guy? Oh, some kind of weird marked R122. I don't know. RF stuff always kind of fascinates me. It's always somewhat magical. But anyway, you'll see all the filtering right near the power supply, which makes sense. Filtering caps and decoupling caps, as well as the power inductors right in there. And you'll see a little polyfuse right down in here as well as a protection diode. And it's interesting, you'll notice, some sort of pattern going on here with caps and inductors, and these are the power management ICs, PMICs. Sorry about the glare. Basically, these are the switch mode controllers, and they generate the local power supplies. Let's see if I can pull these caps off. I don't remember if I ever did. Hey, that wasn't so bad. A RA-Link RT3050F. Let's see. I want to get this bad boy off. This might take a little bit of effort. Oh, okay. Let's see. Looks like some transformer on the input. Basically to protect the system from, you know, the Ethernet. A lot of systems that, you know, computers where they interface to other devices will often be protection in between, like for galvanic isolation and whatnot. Let's see. Sorry. Atheros. It's a transceiver chip. It appears to be. Yeah, you can see differential pairs going out from this chip through this this isolator to the Ethernet itself. Yeah, whenever you see two wires that are just right next to each other, basically they're differential pairs. Micron memory. This guy right in here. A BECEEM. Never heard of that brand. That appears to be the main controller chip. Actually, there's some more cans on the bottom. Let's see. Sorry, I know this isn't that interesting, but whenever I see a can, I want to lift it. Nay, I have to lift it. Luckily, these are pretty easy to yoink off. That's not always the case. Actually, that's like never the case. Why is this logo so small? I can't even read that. Yeah. Come on. Oh. I know this is terribly exciting, watching me finagle. Let's see. Sorry, I need to see up close. Oh, just marked with date code and the ID, but not the manufacturer. Oh, yeah, you see these? I'm not actually sure what these are. I think they're something to do with, because they're on the front end. I know I see these in cell phones a lot. Something to do with like a transmission and reception, some sort of filter for cell phone frequency transceivers. So I see those in cell phones quite often. I'm sorry, I'm not a RF guy. I'm embedded micro, so I'm sure I have no idea what the heck I'm talking about in terms of the RF stuff going on here. But I do see a what is that? An e-tron Tech appears to be some sort of flash chip, which probably holds one of these flash devices. Probably this guy right in here, because this looks like the main processor. Probably holds the boot ROM for the router itself. Let's see. That's interesting. They stuck a heatsink right in here on the other side of this guy here. And that's located near... Okay, I see. The reason why this heatsink's here is this guy's probably the output amplifier, which then feeds these three antennas, go to the cell phone, or the cell radio antenna, which would explain why there's a heatsink here. Because if this is the power amp on the output stage, it would generate quite a bit of heat. And also that would explain why it's all heavily shielded and whatnot. But yeah, the construction is very interesting. Yeah, the main reason I also think this is the main IC, come on, there we go, is there's a lot of decoupling. You can see the system clock right in there, which is once again so small I cannot read it. But yeah, you'll notice some unpopulated chips right in here. looks like some sort of, these are supposed to be regulators, basically. You can tell because of the diode right next to them, and what appears to be something, yep, caps would have gone there for the output stage. Yet they're unpopulated. And basically, that appears to be... Yeah, so I'm going to guess this is the Ethernet controller chip. This is the main controller. This is the basically flash for the controller. This guy is, because of its proximity to the Wi-Fi antennas, this guy is the Wi-Fi chip. And this is the output amplifier for the cellular connection. This appears to be some sort of... This is probably just local SRAM for this chip right in here. Or perhaps it contains code for that. And these other chips here... Let's see... MXIC... and the one that I can barely read, if at all. Not really quite sure what those little guys do, but I just spotted something interesting. You'll see these unpopulated headers in here. Those are probably the programming ports. I'd take a guess that maybe one of these guys, or both, some sort of some universal serial port. So that'd be interesting to hook that up to a USB to serial converter and see when you boot it up what type of data it would dump, if anything at all. And this little guy in here, probably some sort of JTAG because of the number of pins. And let's see if you could trace out any of... Yeah, from the thickness of this board, this is probably at least a 4-layer board. At least. Yeah, you could see some of that's the cross-stitching on the vias. But yeah, I would dare to say at least 4 to 6 layer board in here. But yeah, it's rather interesting. I've never taken apart one of these before, one of these routers. So pretty interesting. I was hoping, I know this wasn't likely, but I was hoping that I might be able to, if it had a compatible chip, if I could DDWRT it, so I could, if this were running Linux, I could essentially get a super root user access on it, and then I could just use it as a mini Linux PC. But, let's see. Hey, missed this little guy. Another, that's interesting. I was saying one of these guys might be serial. No, the serial's right in here. You can actually see there's a tiny text that says UART, VCC, TX, RX, and ground on these 4 pads right in here. So that is actually really interesting. If I get bored tomorrow, then I might actually solder some wires in there and hook them up to my computer, and then open up like a terminal program and see what data gets dumped upon boot up, because that would actually be kind of interesting. To find the adapter for this guy though. Almost missed that. Man, I've been rambling on for like 20 minutes now. Sorry. Just electronics, it's a very cool pastime, just looking around. Basically, that's it. Let me see. Get this guy out. Yeah, not much on the other side. Looks pretty cool, though. Looks like W's. Or M's. Yeah, these like chip-on-board or PCB antennas are all the rage nowadays. That's pretty much all, though, that's in this guy. Yeah. Sorry that I've been busy. I'll try to get new content up. Hopefully things aren't so bad next semester. It'll be my final semester of undergrad, and then I'll be going straight into grad. But anywho, yeah, so I'll see you guys next time whenever I find in my pile of junk, all this junk, all the projects that I'm working on and whatnot. Oh yeah, speaking of which, shameless plug, I bought a bag of 200 blue LEDs, and I wanted to make a clock, a matrix clock out of them. Unfortunately, they were water clear, and they would blind me, literally, if I wanted to use them as is, so I hand sanded all of them. Well, I used an electric drill for like a good half of them, but the first half I hand sanded because I didn't actually think about how long it would take to hand sand 200 LEDs. These are 3mm. But anyway, that's one of my projects. Might as well go into this right now. I bought a RGB backlight. I peeled off the actual, come on, get in there. Come on. Yeah, this is just being annoying. Okay, I peeled off the back layer for the LCD. So as you can see, it's semi-translucent. And I could stick this guy behind there. I'm going to stick a microprocessor about yay here. And so when you press and hold certain button combinations, you can change the color of the backlight. So it'll be a backlight Game Boy Pocket. That's another one of my projects. And then I have to finish my portable SNES, but that is giving me trouble because I either damaged the output video stage. It looks like it works, but only on like a fraction of the LCD monitors I have. And that's giving me trouble because the LCD that I want to use it with, it only displays video in black and white, oddly enough. So I'm going to take a look at the video RGB to composite driver IC. I ordered a few in the mail. I'm going to see maybe if I damaged that. I don't know. But yeah, I have that going on and a whole host of other projects. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. I'll let you guys go. And so I'll see you on the next TeardownTube. So until then, have fun.